Monsoon is an eagerly awaited season in India as it brings relief from scorching summer heat. But you know what else it brings along? Waterlogging, traffic congestion, causing vehicles to break down. If you want to know how you can make your vehicle monsoon ready, please stay tuned. Hello and welcome to the Insurance Insights podcast by your trusted brand Policybazaar. We host this podcast every fortnight to bring the best of insurance to you. As we welcome monsoon, it's important to ensure that our vehicles are prepared to handle heavy rainfall and unpredictable weather conditions. Heavy rainfall, flooded roads and waterlogged areas can pose a serious threat to your car's well-being. From electrical damage to engine problems, monsoon can wreak havoc on your vehicle. That's why motor insurance comes into play. Having the right comprehensive coverage can protect you against financial losses caused by monsoon-related damage. To explain this better, we have Nitin Kumar with us, who's head of motor insurance at Policybazaar. Hello Nitin, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Simran.
So to begin with, Nitin, can you please help our viewers understand what are the different motor insurance plans available in the market?
When we want to understand what are the different type of plans which are available in the motor, we first need to understand what we are basically trying to cover in our car. So broadly, we cover for two types under insurance. One is a third-party policy and one is a own damage covers. So a third-party policy is basically required as per the legal mandate, as we understand. It is required by every car buyer to basically have a third-party policy. Otherwise, nobody is allowed to drive their vehicles on road if they don't have a third-party policy. Next part is the own damage cover. Own damage basically provides protection to the damages to the car. So basically, if somebody meets with an accident, it's the own damage cover which basically comes into play to safeguard the car losses. So a policy which covers both own damage as well as third party is called a comprehensive policy. So in market, customers can buy a third-party policy, customers can buy a comprehensive policy. There is another interesting thing which has actually come into existence in last 1 year. That is a special type of plans which are derived basis the usage of the customer. So right now you are paying a premium as if you are driving a car for an unlimited number of kilometers. So how this pay-as-you-go or pay-as-you-drive plans come into play is you can buy basically basis the requirement of the kilometers you drive. So for example, you can buy a 3000 kilometer plan, you can buy a 6000 kilometer plan, 7000, 10,000, whatever is basically your requirement. And in case if you're about to exhaust your kilometer limits, what you can do, you can actually top up at any time of the year, which basically reduces your overall premium.
So Nitin, if we talk about the monsoon season specifically, what are the specific add-ons or riders that one can consider to enhance their coverage?
So Simran, you might be seeing, reading the newspaper that the monsoon this year has been quite crazy, I would say, this year. And we are already seeing a lot of customers whose car got drowned during the rain. So it's important basically to enhance your coverage to safeguard yourself during the time of monsoons. Typically, most of the customers, they buy a zero depth cover, which basically although covers the car end to end, but there are certain conditions in which the cars can require even enhanced coverage over and above the zero depth policy. One of the key add-ons, which basically is very important, somebody should have at the time of monsoons, is a engine protector cover. So what happens is if your car got drowned and you accidentally tried to turn it on, so what can happen? Your engine can go under a hydrostatic lock conditions. In that case, even a zero depth cover won't be sufficient to cover for the damages. And as we know that engine repair may cost, the cost of an engine repair can run into lakhs of rupees. So it's always important to have this cover. Besides engine protector, there are several other covers also, like consumable cover, which basically covers for the requirement of consumables which are required at the time of claims. So for example, if somebody's windshield gets broken, so the beading around the windshield is not covered in the zero depth or engine protector. So for that type of covers, you require a consumable cover. Also, roadside assistance is another very important cover. We see a lot of cars during monsoon, they break down. That could be because of the battery issues or could be any other issues, electrical wiring, short circuiting, anything. So in that scenario, when you are stuck on road, it's important to have a roadside assistance. Under a roadside assistance, basically the insurance company actually send assistance to the car wherever you are stuck to that area and provide you whatever the help is required. It can help you with the towing of your vehicle also, all these things are covered under that.
Nitin, thank you for explaining that so well. Now, could you please help our viewers understand what is the process to file a claim for their vehicle during the rainy season?
I would, before answering, I would like to basically divide your question into two parts. So first one is what condition your car is in, and that defines basically what exactly you have to do. So for example, if your car is drowned in water, first thing is you should never try to restart your car. Second, if it's a normal accident like came or any others, or even the first scenario, you should always inform the insurer first. And once you inform the insurer, basically your claim get registered at the end of the insurer. Once a claim is registered, the insurer tells you that which garage you should take your vehicle to. Once you take your vehicle to that garage, at that time, insurer deputes a surveyor. Once the surveyor is deputed to the vehicle at the garage, the surveyor makes the assessment of the car and identifies what all damages have happened to the car. After a surveyor's approval, the garage starts the repair work. Once the repair works are completed, it's again the surveyor comes back, re-inspects the vehicle and processes the claims, and after that you can basically correct your vehicle.
Nitin, I feel like maintenance also plays a crucial role in preparing your car for the monsoon season. Can you share some maintenance tips that you would recommend to our listeners?
Maintaining your car is always important, irrespective of whatever season you are in. But as we see a lot of breakdowns during the time of monsoons. So it's always important to have extra care which you should take for your car. And there are certain things that should be really taken into account. So one is the wipers. You should ensure that the wipers are new, their bait should not have run out. Next we see is a lot of cars, when they try to apply brakes, basically the cars go out for roll. This is purely because the tires might have worn out of the thread. So it's always important to maintain the good tires, at least during the time of monsoons. Next part is the brakes. Brakes are actually the very key, crucial safety factor for any car. And one should have a new set of brakes if their brakes have already worn out. So it's important to have brakes in a good running condition. Another important aspect is, since we have a lot of traffic jams during this period, there is a tendency that car may heat up as well. So it's important to maintain the coolant levels and engine oil levels as well.
Thank you, Nitin, for such a detailed explanation. I found it really insightful. I'm sure our listeners feel the same. Moving on to our next segment, Ask PB, where we take questions from our viewers about insurance. So Nitin, today's question is from Akash. He is saying, I live in Delhi and have a 4-year-old Hyundai Grand i10. It is a 2019 model. How much will it cost to buy a comprehensive policy?
Since a 4-year-old car company, and I'm assuming you have not taken any claim in the last 4 years, so your NCB will be around 45%, and i10 Grand, usually the IDV should be around 3 lakh rupees. In that case, your premium will be around 4,500 rupees.
With this, we have come to the end of today's session. If you like this episode, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And in case you have any queries that you would like us to address during the podcast, you can write to internalcommunications@policybazaar.com. We'll be back with another episode soon. Till then, stay safe and keep making smart insurance decisions.